Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're making this Eureka crate. This is a build your own adjustable table fan. My mom got these from my brothers like a few years ago. It was like a year-long subscription, and each month you would receive one of these crates, and it's just a thing that you can build. And we have some things like a basketball trash can and other like random useful things like that, and they haven't done a lot of them, so I picked out a few. I've actually never done one of these before. Will be my first time doing it. I'm very excited to do it, so let's get into it. It has been super hot lately, so this fan will be the perfect way to cool down. I just had a market, and this would have been really helpful to have because it's just like a little fan that's battery powered. It was so warm. We were out there for like 5-ish hours, just sitting in the sun. The trees weren't really great, but now hopefully I will have a fan. What's included? I got our instructions, some battery use info. This little screw just rolled out of it, so I'm just gonna keep it there. Maybe one of the packages is open, and here's our materials. I think I'm going to break this up into the different parts that they have listed here, and then I will just show kind of like the finished product. But I'm gonna go through the first couple of steps with you guys. Our first step is called string the front grill. So I have this wire thing, and we're just gonna tie a knot at the end. Here's my knot. And on the other side, it says to cut it diagonally. There we go. I don't know if you can tell that. Step 2 is to take 18 of these guys. I'm just gonna run this piece right through this back hole right here and connect them all up. Here they are, all tied together. This string is a little hard to tie because it's so like slippery. So I might glue it down depending on what the next steps call for. I'm gonna go through a few steps and then I will be back to show you guys what it's turning out. My little wheel is a little bit cracked. Hopefully that doesn't really matter. I have finished this one part of it. It took a while threading all of these through because the wire was so twisted, but we finished it. We are on to part B, which is finishing the grill. And this is what we should have at the end. Here it is. It's a little flimsy, so I might try to secure it with glue. I'm also thinking of securing the tie that I made over here with glue. And then this is just sticking out. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to do. Maybe, hopefully, I get to tie it at some point. But now we are on to step 3, which is assemble the head. And at the end, we should get this. There it is. It was a little tricky. You can kind of tell these aren't slotted in perfectly. And so it was hard having all of this together and then trying to get it all through the back, but we've got it working now. Next part we have to do is add the neck. At the end, it should look like this. Here it is. It's a little on the wobbly side, and I also stuck this one the wrong way, and I don't feel like taking it off, but you can't really tell. But here's the arm. It's supposed to be able to like look up and down. I'm not really sure how, but we're almost done. I believe this is the last step, which is building the base, and then we should be done. Here it is. I accidentally put this one on the wrong way because there's these little like sticky things in there, and there's supposed to be some here. They kind of got in my way, but I figured out how this moves up and down, so now just like this. And I actually really like how it's turning out so far. It would have been cool to paint this, I think, but then some of the pieces might not have fit. But I did lie. This is our last step now. It is done, but it's not turning on, and I think the batteries might be a little old because I think this is like 3 years old or something. My issue with this is that, oops, knocking everything over. My issue with this is that we've glued the battery pack on the top, and I'm just gonna take it off because I don't want it stuck up there. And this is how you open these up here, and it's kind of weird just to have that stuck up there. Especially now that I have to change the batteries out and get different batteries. But other than that, it is pretty much done. What I'm actually going to do is just take these stickies off because I don't want them, even though I don't know where else this box is going to go. I just want to be able to open this with the part that was glued, that was stuck on the front. So I think I'm just going to leave it kind of loose like that, which is fine. And then you'll have to just turn this on. Like, honestly, if it sticks to the side, that's fine. And then this button right here should turn the fan on. There we go. Not really sure why this wouldn't work when this was stuck up here, but I'm just gonna have it loose so I can change this. But now we got a fan, and you can tilt it. And you can tilt it all sorts of different. Like, this is as high as it goes, and then you can just change its direction. So I'm very happy with how this has turned out. The last step is a bit more decorative. It's use these and kind of make it fun, but I'm not gonna do that. And so I'm left with a lot of extra pieces, which I'm just gonna throw out because I don't really need them. In the back of this book, they also have a bunch of troubleshooting things, but my fan works, so I don't really need that. I do like that we got a screwdriver, and I've got my working fan. I really liked making this. It was a little bit finicky because there's no glue, and these don't fit perfectly in it. But other than that, I'm quite happy with how this came out. I think I have 2 more that I brought from home, so we'll be making those in a different video. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye!